know that you are a master manifester and that you are already the best at creating your reality that you will ever be? You're already the best at it right now. So if you adopt this belief, you will go very far in your life. So you start there. You say, I'm a master manifester and I can create anything I want. And the person I was yesterday, I don't have to be that person today. I get to choose to be a different person every single moment. We don't have to decide to stay the same. We can decide to be different. So today, that's what this video is going to be about. Just want to hype you up a little bit, pump you up a little bit. If you're new here, I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist, and I love to talk about manifestation and self-concept and using ancient wisdom to help you better your life, better yourself, get what you want in your life, and not have to feel bad or miserable or any of those things that we're so used to feeling, anxious and depressed and burned out, all those things. We don't need to feel those things. So I'm creating a video every day for a year. Haven't missed a day. This is video 195 of 365. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Thank you for finding me. If you did find me, it's for a reason, because this is all we're going to talk about for the next hundreds of days, is how to better you so you can level up. And all it takes is recognizing that you are more than you think you are right now. You are more. And you're already leveling up every single second. You just don't know it. We're changing every single second, but it just doesn't feel like it, because we are a lot of times stuck in the yesterday self instead of the right now self. And yesterday self is basically comprised of all of your past programming, all of your past conditioning, all of your past thoughts, beliefs, feelings, all those things. And we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. 95% of those we think today, same way we did yesterday. And about 80% of them are negative. And so I don't know who got these statistics and who determined all these things. I don't know. Some smart machine did, I guess, somehow. I haven't done that research. But those are the statistics that I've learned, and they kind of make sense. And we can't wrangle all of our thoughts to the ground and kill them. We can't do that. But we can notice what beliefs are dominant and what our past conditioning has done to us. So conditioning is basically what you've been trained to believe. And that training comes from parents, comes from extended family, friends, coworkers, all the kids at school that you went to school with. We're all kind of programmed by each other because we are each other. We're just consciousness experiencing itself. That's a whole other video, of course. I love to talk about quantum physics here too, but I just touched on it very briefly because it could take me down tangents. But if we look at this world as a simulation, as a video game, as a movie, as a play, whatever you want to call it, you get to decide what kind of character you're going to play, and you are the main character. So what I do for fun is I remind myself this world is a simulation. It's not real. I'm just experiencing more of myself through this projected reality coming from my own consciousness. So if that's the case, what if that is true, first of all? What if that is true? How cool is that? How weird is that, of course, but how cool is that? That is so neat. Okay, so if that's all that this is, and I'm just here to experience joy, peace, love, abundance, all of those things, because I am all of those things. You are all of those things, by the way. You are love, peace, abundance, joy. You are all of those things. So if we're here to experience more of ourselves, which is all of those things, then we've got to start changing the way we see ourselves. Because if we see ourselves as those things and we believe those things, we're going to start to feel a lot better. Because a lot of times I hear, as a therapist, of course, I hear a lot of people say that they're not worthy. They don't feel good about themselves. That's like a key theme is I am anxious all the time. And I'm unworthy. Like I don't feel good enough. Nothing I do is good enough. I never felt good enough. Basically, people feeling small. And I want to tell you what, you're not small. You are way bigger than you think you are. Way bigger than you think you are. You're as big as your world is. You're as big as the universe. I mean, you have universes inside of you. It's crazy to think that way, but it's so much better to think that way than thinking that you're so powerless, because you are not powerless. You are so powerful. You have no idea. And that's what I like to help people learn about, is like we can train our brains to believe anything that we want to believe. And we've already done that. We've already been doing that. We just didn't know we were doing it. And everything is conditioned from the past. We're trained like dang dogs and horses and animals, basically. We're trained like animals and unknowingly. And so we believe those things because that's all we know. So it's logical that if we start to know something else, we're going to start to have different thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and those things right there create our decision making, which creates our circumstances around us. So everything is projected out from our own consciousness into our life, into the reality we see, the 3D reality. And so it's so fun to think that way because it makes you feel like you have more control over your life, which you do. And a lot of times I also hear, people feel helpless, hopeless, out of control. You always have control over what you feel. And again, most people don't feel that they do, but I'm telling you, you do. With practice and training your mind, you will succeed at this. There's no other way that you can go unless you decide that you can't do this. And you're already doing it. It's just we're imagining to the contrary most of the time of what we want. We're imagining 24/7. We just don't know it. So if we're imagining 24/7 and we know now that we can direct our thoughts and direct our imagination to go where we want it to go, then that means we have to do some work on that training. That means we don't have to stay the same as we've always stayed. We can choose, okay, I'm going to go this direction now. But we were never taught that we could think a different thought. I don't remember ever being taught that. I remember, being told like, this is just the way life is. Life is hard. And, all those things. Money doesn't grow on trees, all those things. Children are seen and not heard. That's another thing, and then that makes kids not, that we feel like we couldn't speak back then. So as adults, we still have those beliefs ingrained in us. And so that took me a while to get on YouTube, like I've said. It took a lot of years for me to gather the courage to finally start back in May. And now it's just like, it's second nature. I'm just like, oh, I got to do my video, and I pop it on, and I don't get nervous. I wonder what I'm going to talk about each day. And like I've been saying, I'm getting a little bit better, and I'm going to get way better at planning. But it definitely takes some courage. But the main thing is I had to change the identity of myself. I had to say, no, this is who I am now. This is what I do now. So manifestation requires a decision, and it requires you to know that this is who I am now. This is who I want to be, and this is who I'm becoming, and this is who I am. And you have to decide, because if you don't decide, then you're going to go back to your default programming, which is like all the anxious thoughts, all the sad thoughts, all those things. We want to use our feelings and emotions as indicators, as data, I like to call it. It's just data. That's all that it is. We're just having a feeling. The feeling is just, it's there to show you that, hey, you're having this feeling, your thought is out of alignment with what you're wanting. And that's it. It's a gift. It's saying, hey, you've still got this alive in you. And then that inner gangster comes out and wants to pull you back into that old self, that yesterday's self. And no, yesterday's self can exist 1 second ago. Now moment self can exist right now. All you have is your now. 5 seconds ago doesn't even matter. I don't care if you made a mistake 5 seconds ago. It's not a mistake. There's a lesson that comes from it. And you can choose to change at any moment. It doesn't matter what you just did or what you didn't do. It matters, okay, who am I being right now? Literally, you can just decide. Even 1 second ago, you messed up. You say, I messed up. Okay, well, now I'm not going to mess up anymore. Here I am. Oh, I'm doing this now. Oh, I'm going to think this now. Oh, I'm going to feel this now. And you can create memories of new feelings. You just create and generate a feeling from within. And I always recommend just imagining something, because you're doing it anyway during the day. And it's to the contrary. It's like saying, I want this, but how am I going to have this? Or I can't have that, or I'm not good enough to have that. I've never had that. My family's never had that. My family has all these health issues, so I'm going to have all these health issues because they're genetic. It's all of these just negative core beliefs that we take into our now, that we have to choose to say, nope, I'm going to start thinking this way now. And it's all just data. Like I said, it's all just telling you who the past self was. And so in the moment, you can imagine something that feels really good. It can be anything. It can be the smallest thing to whatever you, like you being on a yacht in the sunshine and just enjoying that feeling. And what you do is you memorize that feeling. You teach your body how to feel that feeling like it's in a different environment, like it's in the future. And you memorize that feeling. Because again, we've memorized all the feelings we have now. They're there from the past. They're memorized. So you can create a new memory and then a new feeling associated with it, a new emotion in your body, and memorize it. And then open your eyes and feel it still. Go back to that memory that you just created and live as if you already are that person that already has that stuff. And this is the quote, challenging part, because we trust our 3D reality more than we trust our vision that we just created for ourselves. So remember, we've got to teach what they call formless substance. This is that ancient wisdom from The Science of Getting Rich, the book by Wallace Wattles, and all this other ancient wisdom that's out there. Lots of different books, and even the Bible, they package it differently. It's the same information. It's just packaged in a way that different people can hear it different ways at different times in their lives, whatever's relevant for them. So we just have to direct and command formless substance to form what we're wanting. And you just have to direct your thoughts towards what you prefer instead of believing what you see around you. You've got to believe in the unseen and believe in that scene that you created in your mind, because you actually did see that. Your mind and your body, everything, it thinks that it actually happened. Even though it didn't actually happen technically, your brain and body think that it did happen. So you created this memory, and you can tell your brain and body to think anything you want it to think and feel anything you want it to feel. It doesn't know the difference. The subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between truth and falsity. The universe doesn't either. That's why we manifest a lot of situations that we don't want, because we're thinking in contrary to what we do want. We've got self-doubt that creeps in, that noise I've been talking about all week. Don't let the noise come in and mess up your pure thought and your pure vision that you've created. And you're going to want to just remember, first of all, I've got to ignore that noise. I got to figure out, what is this noise actually first? And why is this noise here? And what is it teaching me about me? Everything is teaching you something about you. And so always ask yourself, what is this? Like, why am I seeing this? And have fun doing that. I do that all the time. If you encounter some rude people, you're probably either being rude or you expect people to be rude. Like, it's so crazy. Or if you see certain things that you don't prefer, you've had some sort of expectation, or it's just been a practiced thought, practiced belief system that has been created probably for a while. That's really all that it is. And so knowing that now, it's like we have the power to create any thoughts and any belief systems we want. And I love talking about this with people because it's really so simple. We just have made it super hard to live life. Life should be easy and fun. Yes, it's challenging, but challenges make us grow, which was the whole point. We're growing our souls. We're having a journey. We're having an experience for fun. That's really all that this is for, is fun. So if we decide, hey, my life's supposed to be fun, my life is supposed to be easy, and the challenges are supposed to be fun too, and everything happens for my benefit. And if everything happens for my benefit, wow, that is so cool. I can do anything I want. I can be anything I want. Starting right now. I don't have to be the same person I was 1 second ago. That's the past. 1 second ago is the past. A second ago is just the past. A second ago is just the past. You've got the moment right now. Every moment you can decide who you want to be. every moment. And I love that. It's like you hit the reset button every single second. You can decide to do that. It does not matter who you were yesterday. It does not matter what you did, what you said, what you didn't do, what you didn't say. You can start fresh with a clean slate right now, every single moment. If you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you can revise that in your mind and say, hey, I woke up on the right side of the bed today. It's going to be a great day today. You can revise it, or you can just decide, oh, that was just the past. That was 15 minutes ago. That's just the past. I can decide right now I'm going to have a wonderful day today. And you process your feelings. You don't want to ignore your feelings and suppress them, but use them as data. You're only supposed to feel those for about 15 seconds. And then after that, it turns into what we call judgment. So it's judgment against yourself, judgment against somebody else. It's just, it's helpful to know what feeling you're feeling, of course, and to actually let it pass through your body, because you don't want to suppress it, because it will come out in some sort of way. It will come out in like a health issue, or you're going to see something weird that kind of goes along with that feeling. So you want to process these things. And if you've been through a trauma, this is a little bit like, I'll have to do a video on trauma, but really this applies to everything. Some people do need therapy to process trauma. I'm not going to say you don't need therapy when you might. I can't really say, because I don't know everybody out there, and so that'd be like ethically not good for me to say you don't need therapy, and you know, I can't say that. So it depends on the person, but I do know that after all of the things that I've learned, if we can just say, or all the things that I've learned throughout the years, if we can just say everything that has happened to me is for my benefit. I've also had a lot of trauma in my life, and I started saying that everything that happened to me was for my benefit. I would not be the person I am today, and I would not understand so many clients I've helped and so many of you that I'll probably be helping in the future. I'd love to help you with whatever I create. I wouldn't be able to help all you guys because I wouldn't have as much empathy as I do without going through the things that I went through. So therefore, everything benefited me, didn't it? I make a living helping people that have been through the things that I've been through. And it's amazing. So I learned empathy, and I learned problem solving. I learned how to survive. I learned how to be brave and courageous. So you've got to look at your traumas as, what are the things that came out of that made me me? And then what did I make everything mean about me? Did I make it mean something bad that's hurting me to this day, that I'm still carrying in my backpack all day long? Or am I going to make this mean that I'm an awesome person that survived all these things, and now I'm going to thrive. Now I'm going to choose to thrive instead of hold this old story in and let it be like rocks in my backpack. It's too heavy. And I give you permission to put that backpack down. Like, you don't need to carry this stuff anymore. It's definitely time to change this stuff. And again, if something just happened to you, or you're dealing with a lot of things, like, definitely consider having some trauma therapy done. In the future, I've got some ideas for some things that I can help with, most likely. So I'm excited about those things. But there's just so many ways to go about feeling better. And again, remember, breathing is very powerful, and it can calm you down real quick. You want your nervous system to be super calm, and then you can be more logical, and you can be like, okay, yeah, because when you're spiraled out, you're not going to be like, this benefits me, this benefits me, this benefits me. No, it's not really going to work very well. You got to just say, I'm spiraling. I got to feel these feelings. This is how I feel right now. When you're done spiraling and you can breathe, you take yourself out of that, then once you're done with that, you can kind of say, okay, let's think logically here. If this whole life is a simulation, what am I going to choose to project out onto this canvas? Look at it like a blank canvas. What do I want to see on this canvas? I'm an artist. What do I want to see? And then you decide. And you start acting as if you already are that person that has whatever it is that you want. You close your eyes and imagine something. You memorize that feeling. And then you open your eyes and you live as if you feel that same feeling that you felt when you were imagining it. That's the key. Imagine with your eyes open and stay in that feeling. It is a practice. But you can do this. Anybody can do this, but remember, you are already a master manifester no matter what. Like, you will not get better at creating. You're creating your whole life, second to second, every moment. We're creating everything in front of us. So we are so powerful. We just were taught that we weren't powerful. But I'm here to tell you and teach you that you are powerful. And when you start directing your thoughts towards what is wanted versus what is unwanted, and you align with who you're truly meant to be and who you truly already are, you will see how powerful you are. And you will know that only your mind matters. You're all it is. You're the only one in your world creating. It does not matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. What you say goes. I love that affirmation. What I say goes. And it's so fun to say those things. It feels so much better than the alternative. And any feelings that you feel that come up that are negative, just say, man, what must I believe is true about myself to feel this feeling? Because when you feel angry at somebody, you've bought into some sort of belief that is like in your belief system that maybe needs to be let go of. And so always examine your beliefs and why they're there, and examine what's in front of you. Like, why is this here? I wonder why this is here. Never, ever berate yourself. That is noise. Again, I made a mistake. That's noise. Don't worry about all those, the extra going on. Just say, nope, I'm a powerful manifester, and all I have to do is remember that, and I have to align with who I truly am, which means I need to gather my thoughts, decide what I want, decide who I want to be, and practice the emotions and the feelings and beliefs of that new person, that now me, not the yesterday me, but the right now me. Every moment I can start over. Every moment is a clean slate. What do I want to project onto the canvas of my reality today? And you get to decide. And it's all about deciding. Decide that you want to be happy today. Decide that you want to be prosperous today. Decide that you already are. Decide that you always have been. There's no problem here. There's never been a problem here. Everything benefits me. Isn't that exciting to feel that way and think that way? I love it. I love to feel excited. I'm excited right now. I'm generating a feeling. Nothing has changed outside of me, but I'm generating a feeling. That is the key to manifesting, is when nothing has changed outside of you yet, but you've changed and you're responding to the same reality differently. That's how you know you've changed. And that's how you know that things are about to change outside of you too, in some sort of way. But really, it doesn't matter, because you've already generated that great feeling inside you that you don't need anything else. It's so fun. So keep practicing and keep coming back to the videos that I put out every day, because I'll keep hyping you up and telling you you're amazing and awesome, because you are, and you're already perfect as you are. You don't need to do anything else to be any better than you are. All you have to do is direct your thoughts towards what is wanted and deny what's going on around you. Say, yep, I see you. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to my vision again. Just direct. Keep redirecting gently away from that hot stove that you're used to touching and burning yourself on it. Just like a little girl or a little boy, direct them. Hey, little one, we're going over here today. And you can become your new self any moment. So I will leave it at that, so I don't ramble like I sometimes do. Thank you for listening. If this helped you at all, please share it with somebody who it might benefit. I really want these messages to get out and just help as many people as possible. So I appreciate you all so much. Remember to appreciate yourself, because what you appreciate appreciates. And you are loved. Pass that on to someone who might need it. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye.